Hi all, welcome back to some more Lovingly Evil. I had to take a little bit of a break last time when I was recording the beginning of part 1 of the clones route. So, if I can, I will be trying to combine this session with that one in editing. But if I can't, well, I guess you'll be hearing this. But if I can, you won't be. So let's get back to it.
Whatever.
That. Club. Raven. There you are. Hi. Have you heard of this thing called alcohol? It's amazing. I feel like I have superpowers. How much did you have to drink? Don't worry, just 6. 6 what? 666. No wonder Satan likes that number. He brought me all of the alcohol. I think he gets a bad rap. Anyway, it's not important. Play a game with me. To your surprise, your clone takes both of your hands firmly into theirs. A game? Yeah, they have games at this place. What do you call it? A party? Party, yes, I like parties. Why didn't anyone tell me about parties? Well, let's play. It's something called the Wheel of Torture. Did you say the Wheel of Torture? Well, okay. I'm always up for learning more torture techniques.
Welcome to the Wheel of Torture. Dare to spin the wheel?
You never know what you're going to get.
Alright, let's spin.
Here's your prize. Enjoy.
What is it? A ticket. It says collect just 500 of these tickets to win a giant stuffed wolf. Let's do it. Your clone's eyes light up. Really? You mean it? We might be here a while, though. Totally worth it. Turn to the goblin running the game. Excuse me, do you have 499 other prizes just in case?
I honestly never thought anyone would be that interested in it.
Hey, a deal's a deal, pal.
If I just give you the giant stuffed wolf, will you go away? You can just buy these things for like 20 pieces of gold on the internet anyway.
Suddenly it doesn't seem as cool anymore. The morning of the second day. The reception hall seems to be empty. Everyone must be enjoying the conference instead of hanging out in the lobby. You! There you are! You look around. You've got some serious explaining to do. Satan does not look pleased. I'm sorry, did I do something wrong? Are you kidding me? Don't pretend like you don't know what's going on. I just came from the kitchen and the hot dog fridge was full of pythons. Now don't get me wrong, some of my best friends are snakes. And it's true that half the attendees here would be happy to snack on a grilled one, but I'm trying to run a business here for Antichrist's sake. And my best short order cook has a phobia. She threatened to quit on the spot. I didn't have anything to do with that, honest. She saw someone who matches your exact description sneaking out of the kitchen before she went in. But I never... Oh, I think I can explain. Starting to remember? No, you don't understand. It wasn't me. It must have been my clone. Your clone? That's right. We look almost exactly alike. So let me get this straight. Someone who looks almost exactly like you just happens to be seen leaving the scene of the crime. But it wasn't you. You're totally innocent because your mysterious doppelganger did it. It's all just an extraordinary coincidence. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Yes? Satan chuckles. Whew, that makes sense. I figured you wouldn't do something like that. Sorry for grilling you with all the questions. I thought for a minute I might have to, actually grill you. It's okay. Clones. What a nuisance. reminds me of the time we accidentally got a good twin and an evil twin both sent to hell by mistake. Took weeks to figure out who was telling the truth and would get to leave, and who we got to keep for eternity. He was like, "No, please, I'm the good one. Ah, it burns." I hope we made the right choice in the end. Anyway, thanks for clearing up the misunderstanding. I should get back and coax my cook down from the ceiling. If you see that clone of yours, tell them I'd like to have a word with them. See you around. Satan leaves. Busting out my Ron Stampler for Satan towards the end there, huh? Is he gone? I'm so very sorry for the mix-up. I should probably be angry, but that was actually kind of funny. You should have seen the look on Satan's face. Or maybe not, actually. I felt like my soul was going to wither and die. Really? You're not angry? I mean, of course it was funny. I'm the prank master. Where did you even get that many snakes on such short notice? It's impressive. How can you call yourself a proper villain if you don't have a short notice snake supplier? Seriously, please don't do things like that. I'm trying to network here, you know? Ugh, networking. Where's your sense of fun? So, what do you think of the conference so far? I haven't been to many of the lectures yet. I've had other business to attend to. Right, your secret mission from your creator or whatever. Tell me I'm not missing out on much. Don't worry, it's fairly dull so far. That's too bad. For you. Maybe I'll learn something new later. At least some of the people are interesting. This conference still feels pretty strange to me in general, though. Also, I've never seen so many villains in one place. Aren't they usually fairly solitary? It's a common misconception. Sure, most of us have our different professional goals, but after a long day, who else are you going to talk to about construction delays on your moon-shattering laser prototype? Your therapist, maybe? Right, I see your point. Everyone here does seem to be pretty friendly so far. I think I'll probably keep avoiding Satan for a little while, though. What made you want to become a villain in the first place? It's not the most conventional career, that's true. And it's definitely not for everybody. Me, I'm driven by revenge. Against whom? No matter, they're long gone by now. Yet you're still a villain. Can you see me quitting now to work in a grocery store? Fair point. Anyway, that was just my origin story. My horizons have broadened. Hey, could I have your number? Number 2. Colin attempts a wink. Get it? Heh, I meant your phone number. I could tell you about some of the stuff that goes on during the panels. Yeah, I know. You exchange numbers with your clone. Hey, they're not the same. I mean, of course they wouldn't be, but it's nice to see. Whatever. Smell you later. Or not. Just out of curiosity, what would you actually do if you saw somebody steal candy from a child? I'd hold a parade in the villain's honor. Really? I should do that then? I definitely could. That was sarcasm, dummy. Hey, loser! Master Sabotager here to brag. Where'd you get that? It's from the Wheel of Torture. If you sabotaged it, doesn't that mean you can't play it anymore? Damn it! I guess I'll go put it back. Cross the room to see what's going on with your clone. Before you get there, however, you hear a strange humming noise closing in on you. Your reflex is tense. Your training and expertise in villainy have taught you that being approached by strange humming noises usually means you're about to have a bad experience with a missile. To your relief, it's only another conference attendee. You've seen them lurking around, but you haven't spoken to them yet. They hover mysteriously in an armchair, accompanied by their cat. They position their chair in front of you. The person looks bored while the cat scans you curiously. Hi, I don't think we've met.
Yes and no.
Yes and no.
Yes and no. What do you think of my work?
Oh, let's do close to the mad scientist. What kind of voice would I do for you? Yes and no. What do you think of my work? I'm sorry, I think you must have mistaken me for somebody else.
No.
Oh, Raven, I know who you are. And I'm talking about your clone, Nevar. Unfortunately, the ominous aura was an unavoidable side effect of the duplication process, but otherwise I think I replicated your likeness pretty well. So what do you think? Do you like them? It's pretty strange looking at my doppelganger, but they seem interesting. Maybe we could learn something from each other.
Excellent.
Excellent! I'm sure they will be pleased to hear it. But you should be careful. Why is that? Are you threatening me? I wouldn't dream of it. But they might tire of living in your shadow. What is that supposed to mean? I want some answers. Mysterious figure and their cat start gently drifting away in their armchair. That's all for now. I have other business to attend to. Perhaps we'll speak more about it later.
See you around.
In the meantime, you can ponder over whether you've met me before. I've just met someone very strange. Oh, you don't say. You don't usually hang out with demons, skeletons, vampires, and robots? Yeah. I finally talked to this person who's been lurking here in their floating chair with a creepy cat. Sound familiar? I see. So you've met my creator. Suppose your curiosity hasn't been stifled, or else you wouldn't be pestering me about them now. Well, I still don't understand why anyone would want to clone me. You think the world's not big enough for two of you, huh? Hey, don't look at me like that. It wasn't my idea. I didn't ask for this either. Unfortunately, I'd be in hot water if I told you anything more, so you just have to keep living with a bit of mystery. You don't have to talk to me anyway. You're the one who came up to me. Can I ask you something? Do I have a choice? Right. Well, you're my clone. Are we just playing a game of state the obvious here? I mean, I was curious. I know you have a creator. Do you have a family or something? Wow, you can't just ask someone if they have a family. Jeez. I'm sorry if it's too personal. I've already asked, so I might as well answer. Well, I suppose it depends on how you define family. Why the interrogation? Well, I have my creator. Isn't so bad, usually. My incubation chamber. But right now it's being used as a laundry basket. I suppose you don't use your mom as a laundry basket, do you? Oof, right. No worries. I just wish they could see my schemes finally be realized. Do you think they would be proud? Actually, now that I think of it, maybe this is for the best. So what do you do when you aren't, stalking me or going on other creepy missions for your mysterious creator? I think those are perfectly reasonable hobbies. Isn't there anything you do just for fun, besides pranking people? Your clone looks a bit uncomfortable. Well, if you must know, yes. But if I ever find out that you told anyone, I'll have your head on a spike in my room and use it to test my cosmetics before I use them. Yeesh, fine. I quite like reading books. Why would you be embarrassed to admit that? I like reading too. Yes, I know, from stalking you, but I've seen the books you read. My master must never know. It's against the house rules. Why? This is a science experiment. I'm to have a strictly controlled diet of information only, for research purposes. Reading books would taint the data. And help you start thinking for yourself. Your clone doesn't answer. So what kind of books do you read? Lately I've been reading about Greek mythology. Do you know much about it? I'm the most giant Greek mythology nerd. Abso-fucking-lutely. Your clone nods approvingly. I had a feeling you might. Well, I'm sure you know of Eros, or at least the name of his Roman counterpart, Cupid. Sure, the god of love.
Yeah.
Right, but not many people seem to know about Anteros, the twin of Eros, created to keep his brother company and be the god of love to be the god of love returned. Because if the god of love existed alone, what would he be? At the same time, what is Anteros without Eros? Even his name. Actually, a bit lazy of the ancient Greeks, if you ask me. Also, some say Anteros punished people who wouldn't return true love. Who didn't return true love. Your clone pauses. Listen to me going on and on like I'm practicing my villain monologue. You didn't ask for a history lesson. Many old myths are, in some way. Maybe that's one reason why these stories have endured for millennia. There are always masochistic people who feel drawn to tragic lives. Depressed people? I was thinking of classic scholars. But why do you think the story is tragic? It seems a bit sad for Anteros, doesn't it? Plus everyone just remembers his brother. It's true, I don't think I've heard of him either, and I would consider myself a gigantic Greek mythology nerd. Perhaps. What would fate prefer for Anteros? He should try to get out from Eros' shadow. I think he was doing his own thing. Everyone thinks of Cupid flying around as a fat, stupid baby shooting people with hard-tipped arrows on Valentine's Day. But imagine Anteros shooting someone who betrayed their lover with his arrows made of lead. Were they really made of lead? That's what the legends say. Okay, well, maybe he was kind of a badass. Well, I'm gonna check out the rest of the conference for a bit. You don't have to give me a lame excuse for leaving. I'm fully capable of entertaining myself.
Whatever.
Okay. Let me just peek. Nobody there. Nobody there. Lunch is over with. Developing a maniacal laugh. Talk about developing maniacal laughter is about to start. Many of the most memorable villains are easily recognizable by their signature laughter. Today I want to talk to you about the features of a truly impactful cackle as well as how to develop one that is perfect for your well-crafted persona. One of the most important features of a good chuckle is the pitch. The most distinctive laughs tend to be either very high, very low, or an alternate between the two. If your voice can go beyond the typical vocal range, all the better. Speaker demonstrates a variety of laughs, each more impressive than the last. They're a real pro. Don't miss part 2 of the lecture. See you after the break. You wonder if you should return for part 2 of the lecture. Let me check on my clone first. Nope.
Whatever.
Okay. Talk about developing maniacal laughter is about to continue. Before the break, we went through some different laughter types. Now let's dive deeper into choosing a laughter that suits your villainous persona. Low pitches tend to be associated with masculinity, authority, and deliberateness, whereas high pitches are viewed as hysterical, chaotic, and feminine. Okay, I think I did do part 2.
Whatever.
Nothing there to talk about.
How can I help you?
Nothing here. Angus McDonald, Skeleton Man. Talk about villainous background music is about to start. See beautiful blonde man. Okay, I did do this, so I'm gonna skip it because I definitely did this with Felix.
What?
Alright, time to head to the nightclub. Hello, Raven. Hi, you seem calmer than last night. Yes, well, it turns out alcohol is not always, how did I put it? Amazing? Right. It's water for me tonight. Anyway, do you want to try out the Wheel of Torture with me? I'm feeling lucky tonight. Lucky about you getting tortured. That's not how the game works. Do you remember anything from last night? I remember some things. Anyway, do you want to play with me or not? Let's do it. I feel lucky too.
Welcome to the wheel. Dare to spin the wheel.
You never know what you're going to get.
Alright, let's spin this bad boy.
Here's your prize. Enjoy.
It's just a ticket. Boo! Wait, what does it say? Your clone squints to make out the small letters. It says the bearer of this ticket is entitled to one rush of disappointment as they realize they've just won a useless piece of paper. What about the back? It says followed by one moment of mild amusement upon reading the first side of the card. Your clone turns the card over again, first the back side, followed by an existential crisis when they realize the two sides contradict each other. Disappointment, mild amusement, and existential crisis. All three of my moods in one convenient ticket. I'm keeping it. Alright. So we are going to save again. And this is where I'm going to stop the video. If you enjoyed what you've seen so far, if you want to show your support, you can do so by liking the video and subscribing to my channel. So yeah, if you enjoyed it, hopefully I'll see you later then. Goodbye.